have just tuned into the Adventures of Sanpriest. Now sit back and enjoy the ride.
But you know, the Adventures of Sanpriest may be the stepping stone to fixing the world.
Oh, it is. My love is real. My love is genuine. What you feel from miles away, you feel this, baby.
I'm the vibe. I can feel what you feel. Let me take control of the high. All you gotta do is let me love you one time.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adventures of Sanpriest. Season finale, and of course we had to do it big. Either you do it big or you take your black ass home. And we tend to do it big. That's why we never go home. All right. So it is me, your host, Marktavious. Please know the difference. A lot of people say we look alike, but I know better. I'm more attractive. Anywho, I, of course, will always host the finale of any season that you put out there. Please hire me if I'm looking for work. But anyways, we are here now on the season finale of the Adventures of Sanpriest. And he is not here yet, but I do know he is on his way. You guys, I got good news. Sanpriest just entered the building. Sanpriest just entered the building. Stand up on your feet. Come on. We're in the blues. Stand up on your feet, girl. Yeah. I always love to do my Ellen dance. Yes, you know when she just walks through the crowd and she's just real white. Let's go.
Your energy is fucking with a chemistry. Now you gotta hit it out of here.
Just run through the crowd.
Your energy is fucking with a chemistry.
Yeah, I see you guys.
Took a chance on love and
Swirling. Yeah, swirling. And then we're back on stage because Sanpriest is here. Hello, Sanpriest. How does it feel to be here? But before you get started, crowd, can we give him a big toot toot? Oh, toot toot. Yes. Sometimes you won't. Get a little music. Whatever. What? No. Anyways, thank you for being here. Sometimes you want to have you on your season finale. To start by talking about your experiences. Yeah, what was your experience like making the creation of the Adventures of Sanpriest? Okay, so making the Adventures of Sanpriest came out of nowhere. I really was so codependent on just people in general, like, hey, I always wanted to do something with someone, bring someone along, and it's not the fact that people will fail you, but sometimes you have to realize that you're setting yourself up for failure by attaching your success to others versus just attaching your success fully to yourself. So, with that being said, I had been forced in a position where I had to depend on just me. And doing so, that pushed out the Adventures of Sanpriest. Because I had full control of this show, but also I understood that I was not allowed to fail me. It's easy to do so, but in this case, I don't like to fail myself. I don't like to fail others, but I really don't like to fail myself. So I just put myself in a position where it forced me to do what was necessary. So thus the Powerpuff Girls were born. But I will definitely say it's been a beautiful experience. I just can't lie to you. It's been tough, but it's been a beautiful experience for sure. Baby, you're talking about an experience. You are the experience. You guys, if you ever have missed out on a chance to get the Sanpriest experience, I'm going to tell you now, you're lost in the world. You don't know any better. So let me guide you to Sanpriest because he is the light. He is the truth. And we love and adore him. With that being said, thank you. Tell us about your process with creating the podcast. You've released your podcast as well as you release your music. She's Bad, everybody. I don't know about you, but that's on my random playlist. It just pops up every day. I go and search for that thing. She's Bad is she's good. I don't know. But thank you, girl, in the green. It's always girl in the green. Girl in the green hair, she gets it. Why? Because her hair is our favorite color. That's something you guys did not know, but Sanpriest had the same color. Oh, so you've been doing so good. You've been working your ass off to the point where you deserve a vacation, baby.
Oh, baby, is this one of those shows where if I look under my seat, I'm gonna win like a free trip somewhere, you know, to Puerto Rico, Mexico, wherever? What is this, that type of show?
I look under my seat and there is a free trip. I'm gonna tell you now, bitch, I'm gonna scream. Oh, well, bitch, get ready to scream because look under your seat.
Yes! So, this is the parking pass.
Yeah, so one of the people saw that you dropped your parking pass, and so we wanted to make sure that you got that. And I thought, what better way to do it than here? One, because we don't validate parking. Yeah, we on a budget. You see these nice flowers? That was your validated parking. Sorry, boo. But this is some real ghetto. So here we are. We're going to talk. Talk to us. Tell us more about you. Tell us more about you. I don't know why I took a pause to actually read you, but hey, tell us more about you. What's going on? How you feeling? So, yeah, I don't know why you had to read a card either to ask a question about me. But seeing you struggle over reading these cards is bringing me great joy because I was actually starting to get perturbed because you not validating parking passes is ghetto. But here we are. More about me. So, honestly, I'm just a black guy out here who is the first person to graduate in his family, first person to go to college, first person to do a lot of things in a world that always told me I couldn't. Or in a world where I always felt like I was overlooked, so I felt like I had something to prove. And then losing my mom, well, honestly, I was doing musical theater. I went to school, shout out to A&T, Aggie Pride. Went to school for music performance, left that, and then I got my master's in environmental health and safety. Went down that whole path of health and safety, which I do honestly enjoy. I just don't really enjoy the people that are attached to it. So, long story short, there was a situation which you guys have listened to on episode 1 where we talk about my mom and how she passed away while I was in Phoenix. Living in Phoenix, I did not perform at all. I just stopped singing. I felt empty. You know, I just did not have it in me. And I ended up moving back home, and that's when I was surrounded by nothing but love. And this is when COVID hit, so the world shut down, and I was paranoid, so I wasn't going nowhere, and you wasn't coming over to my place. I would Lysol everything. But I just trapped myself in my house, and that pushed me to entertain myself. And in entertaining myself, I was like, well, this is too funny for just me. So I started. I actually did a Wine Wednesday, and I used to do it on Facebook, and it would get like really good reviews. People were waiting for it, and so I went down that path. I started to try to podcast. I tried to reach out to other people, and I ended up learning some great things from people. But the one thing I said, like I said in the beginning, I still was forced to be by myself and to depend on myself, and that depending on myself opened up a world to what I'm really good at, and that is being a creator. I don't just sing. I don't just make great content. I don't just do one thing. I do everything in regards to being creative or just the arts in general. So that, to know that and to understand love are things that describe me. So art, creativity, love, and kindness. That is the Sanpriest experience. Look at me answering these questions. Speaking of pouring, your show meant so much to me. There was times that I just was lost in the world. And I know your show only been out for 2 months, but I just felt like you was there my whole life.
I was.
And I will say the way that you poured into people and the way that the people poured into you, it just did something to my heart. So I want to take some time to roll back some of the highlights of you pouring into someone and them pouring back into you.
Let's go.
Me on your show, and I thought it was a great show. You handled yourself well, and you taught me a lot of things. And I told you, I said, I want to do this. And usually, certain people are like, I'm not going to help you. I don't have time for this. You took time to not only pour into me, but you also took time to tell me all of the things that I needed to do in order to set up my show. And a lot of people, a lot of people don't know of manifestation, but you showed the importance of having manifestation with a high vibration.
Yes.
We always say things like, oh, I'm a vibe. No, baby, I'm really a vibration. And if you actually tune in to my frequency, you will understand that where I am going. I am not trying to move selfishly. I am trying to adopt the ones who need and want to move with the same frequency.
It's more so finding confidence in who you are and what you bring to the table. And knowing that is enough.
Watching you, and I think that you have blossomed into such a beautiful butterfly. Like you live so confidently within your truth, and you have this energy about you that I didn't get to experience in college.
Congratulations on your show. Beginning your show, you're already ahead of everything. You're working on everything. You're getting things done. You're pushing content out, or you're about to push more content out. So you just keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you, and this is your lane. So just keep up the good work and put God first.
This podcast with my son is to help him and to show him, encourage him that this is going to take off. Subscribe.
Triply proud of you living your life, living in your purpose, and taking this bold action to inspire us all. So keep shining your light, and just thank you for this.
Oh, okay. Just 1 second.
Watching that, and honestly, I would get emotional and I would get inspired even by watching the edits, because doing edits takes so much time. But watching that with you and everyone else that is here, like that meant the world to me, because it just shows that what pouring into someone else can do for their world, but also it shows what happens when you pour back. I always tell people, don't take from what's in your cup, because what's in your cup is for you. But I always say, let them reap from your overflow, because your overflow is something that you don't need. You're already filled to capacity, so that means that you have room to give. And when you see a space that needs someone to pour into them, do it. But do it from your overflow, but not what's in your cup. That's how you drain yourself, everybody. That's how you are depleted. That's when you become bitter and frustrated with the world, because now that you need that energy, there's nobody out there to be found. But if you give them what's from your overflow, you'll always have enough just for you. Okay? Look at me again, being a professional. I'm starting to believe that I am a star. I really am. Because, baby, you are. You should have been believing this. I don't know what was wrong with this man, but I had a conversation with him, and he was just telling me, like, hey, I was struggling to even think that I was great. I didn't believe in myself, but here he is talking to himself on live TV. How many cool people do you know can talk to themselves on live TV? But that is true. That is true. The one thing that really speaks volumes is your single, She's Bad. She's Bad is so good. I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. You guys have to check that song out. Tell us about the process. The experience, I did not expect for that song to take off the way it did. I didn't even expect for it to be what it was. All I knew was I was a little black boy with a gift, and I wrote a song that actually was about women that were influential to me. Like, skip past the first verse. When you really listen to or understand the hook,
She's better than a ooh. Oh, I see y'all. But yeah, when you understand the hook, you understand that was just a message for women in general. I wanted all women to feel great. I wanted all women to like just love, wake up and just know that like I'm bad. Like I'm bad. And that was the whole purpose of that. And honestly, I definitely wanted to give a special shout out to Jeremy because I've been sitting on that song since 2019. And the man just came out and he was like, hey, I like this. And he actually said, you need to start using live bands for your recordings because it brings a different level of energy. And at first I was just like, okay, let's do it. That was it. Because at that point, I just wanted to work on my music. I wanted to get my art out there, and I just got tired of just letting the moment pass me by. So with that being said, he reached out to some great musicians. Shout out to Jeremy Turgeon. Shout out to Mark, who is on the drums. Mark was a beast. Like we had this phenomenal mashup of the horns. The horns is something that everybody talks about, and they just blow you away. They add an extra level of to it, and then the drums give you that. It gives you the rhythm that you need. And the man is a beast. Like I've experienced Mark live. I've experienced both of them live, and they are beasts. So definitely huge shout outs to those two. And then we had Jerome on the keys, who is a legend. The man is so good. Like I've also had the pleasure of just working with him and watching him get into his groove. That man just loses himself. And when I tell you he'll follow you, because I know when I was singing with him, I was throwing out some bad notes, but he made it magic. And it takes a magical skill to do that. And also, again, shout out to Jeremy for exposing me to these people. We also follow up with our bass, which is Justin. Man, again, another great person I got to perform with, and that man is just so good. Justin, if you hear me, I want you to understand that you really have a gift. All you have to do is really trust your gift. And I'm saying that from a space because I was in a place in a headspace where I just did not believe in myself, or I always questioned myself, I always second guessed everything, versus just believing that you got it. And man, you got it, because that bass line was just everything. And then we closed it out with the guitar, which shout out to Will. Will, honestly, it was just such a good moment. So when I can't just get past the guitar like that. The guitar is amazing. It was just like he took the chord progression that I already had established with, because She's Bad was already written. The music was already there. And then he took that guitar line and he just made it into something that was 10 times better. And I was like, oh, this is so good. And then when you mash it all together, I remember getting that message of all of the music, all the instruments together, and I just almost lost my shit. Everybody, like, I really almost lost it. Because I didn't expect for this to be my first product. I was just so determined to get something out that I didn't realize that God was pausing me. The universe was slowing me down because it was not my time. I always was patient. I would always say, hey, celebrate those around you, because your time is right around the corner. And when it's your time, you're going to know it, because everything is just going to fall into place. And that's what literally happened. Everything fell into place. And so hearing all of it back, it just elevated me, and it made me go back into that studio, and I was the last cherry on top. So on top of all this great music, then there was me. And I wanted to produce a sound that I can also perform live consistently, so that when you hear me, you're like, ooh, this sounds just like the record. And that's what I went in that studio with the mindset with. And I'll be honest, I struggled, because I didn't sound as good as I thought I didn't sound as good as I did when I first made the track. So it just took a kind person to actually be patient and navigate me through it, help me get through it. And I was able to. So again, shout out to Jeremy for doing that for me. But that was my experience with creating She's Bad. With that being said, have you had the opportunity to perform She's Bad? Yes, I actually have. First of all, She's Bad has been streamed in different countries. Yes, your boy is worldwide. Take me on a trip I'd like to go someday. Yeah, I've been to Germany. I've been to France. I've been to Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't know what that was, but I've been there, and I've been in Australia, and some people say Austria, or is that not the same thing? Anywho, I've been to those places in spirit and in song, and I do plan and I do hope for great futures where I do get to travel overseas. But in the meantime, my music has traveled, so I feel good about that. Now, in regards to me actually performing it, yes, I did get to perform She's Bad. I was able to perform She's Bad in Massachusetts, which was the first place I've ever gotten the opportunity to sing my actual music completely through with a band that actually practiced my music. Not just a jam session and I got a jam to it. No, I actually got to sing my shit on a stage. And it took me to a place where I'm just like, yes, bitch, now it's time to unlock your motherfucking superpowers, you know? And I did just that. I pushed through and I was like, let's give them a show. So after that, I was just on a high. I was like, I can't stop now. I can't just finish here. So I started networking. I knew our Black Pride was happening in Charlotte. So I started networking and I reached out to Drell Entertainment. Shout out to you because you always look out for a nigga and you always try to help sure that you put me on. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And because of that, reaching out to him opened up the doors for other things. He was like, hey, I can book you for Thursday, but I need you to also sign up for Pride in the Park. He sent me the link for that. Then he told me the people to reach out to. I started reaching out to those people. He was very hands-on, but also pushing me on the back end. So I definitely thank him for that support. And because of that, I went from only performing She's Bad one time in Massachusetts to actually coming back to my hometown and performing 4 times on 4 different stages. And the crazy thing about it was the 4th stage, I was already told no. I was told there was no room at the end for Mary, Joseph, and that baby. But I pushed through. I said, I'm going to push through, and I pushed through, and I made it. But anyway, it's just how, all jokes aside, it's really how you push through a moment. Just because someone says no doesn't mean that's what you have to accept, but also you don't have to move in a way where you are disrespectful to anyone else. I never disrespected anybody by my movements, but I still pushed, and they started to notice me. I popped up and I made sure my black ass popped up like a pimple that you just don't want to see on prom. But I popped up and I pushed through because I pushed through for me. And that was the most important part. But also I knew and I know that I have a sound and a gift that is going to change the world. And if I don't push to get there, then I won't be able to change the world the way that it needs to be changed. Boom.
Stop. Don't you change that dial. The Adventures of Sanpriest will be right back. In the meantime, please enjoy a few episodes from Black Unicorn Entertainment.
Say it loud. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of love.
All right, now, 10 times 10 is what, Tyrone Jr.?
26.
No, baby, no.
What?
Baby, I'm home. Hey, baby, how are you doing today?
What up, nigga?
Twins,
Alright, baby, I said
stop.
I'm home.
Just stop.
Hello?
You guys
I'm
have
home.
been getting on my last nerve. Just stop.
Yo, leave
Now,
that woman alone.
Tyrone Jr.
Baby, where is
10
my
times 10 is
food?
what, Tyrone?
I see a whole house full of niggas and everybody else with
I am
food, but
so
where is
sorry.
my
I was
food?
unable to make you a meal today.
Why?
Why?
Why didn't
Well,
you make
I'll
my
tell
food?
you.
Tell
Tyrone
me.
Jr.
You couldn't
was
have been that
struggling
damn
with
busy
his
where you couldn't
math
feed
today.
me.
So I had to help him
Uh-huh.
once I got home. But the
Tyrone
twins
Jr.
had to take your parents to
The
school
twins.
today. And so I had to show up for that because you were working. So I didn't have the time to do so.
It just sounds like a lot of excuses to me. Get up!
Tyrone, you hit me.
Hell yeah, now do it again.
You hit me.
Oh, do it again.
Tyrone, in front of your children. I bust my ass off.
Fucking excuses.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Who the hell you think you is coming into my house?
Foxy Roxy.
Foxy Roxy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know you, motherfucker, but I know you don't pay no motherfucking bills in this motherfucking house. So you gonna have to get out.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, nigga.
Okay.
Come on, nigga.
Okay. So you want to hit me with one of them?
Hell yeah, I hit you with
All
another.
right, I'll show you. Oh, shit. Damn.
If you ever put your hands on this woman again, I'll be there. And I'll beat your ass again.
All right.
Ass.
All right.
Yeah.
And here's other shit.
Now, woman, if I taught you anything up in this world, it's how to stand up for yourself. And again, I don't condone domestic violence, but I do support women's rights. And you have a right to protect each and every little child up in here. Now, if anything, Foxy Roxy was here.
You know what? He is a beady-eyed, low-down, dirty slob of a man. But he's my man. But I'll tell you this, Foxy Roxy, because you showed up in my life, you showed me how to beat his ass, and I will beat his ass because I will stand up for my stuff and my children. Thank you, Foxy Roxy.
I don't feel great at anything. I just don't know what to say, what to do. Life is just lifing, man. It's like every time I step out the house, it's just sadness and shit. And I just be trying my best to just live my best life, but it's always somebody keeping me down. Man, damn, fam. Ah! Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Cherokee. I am so excited to bring this information to you. I know a lot of people out here in this world has been stressing, worried about what's gonna happen next. A lot of people just want to give up, but I'm telling you right now, don't. Simple. And if that doesn't work, I'll invite you to Cherokee. I will tell you why Cherokee works first. I am a professional at this. I got my doctorate degree in psychology on August 5th, 2023, and it was such a monumental occasion. Everyone was there to see. People even swam there just to get there to congratulate me. And I'll tell you now that I know this method works. All it takes is a swing and a pound, and you are in there. Talk about Pound Town. Baby, I've been pound tounding my way to success, and I'm here to help you. Just gonna quit and never be successful ever again. Cherokee. Cherokee.
Yo, I know you would like to be a guest on the Adventures of Sanpriest. Make sure you follow him on Instagram at SANPRIEST__ and tell him, I want to be a part of this show. What do I have to do? And I promise you, he'll send you all the details that you need. Now, back to the Adventures of Sanpriest.
Your hometown, you say. So, Charlotte. Boom. Thank you, Charlotte. Shout out Charlotte Black Pride for letting this black man just perform all through y'all week. It was great. If y'all did not catch it, always go to Sanpriest's Instagram is SAMPRIEST__. And if you can't remember those words, just look at the bottom of the screen. But Sanpriest, I have a favor to ask. Would you do us the honor of just performing She's Bad? Come on, Brian, come on. Because he's just not going to just do it if it's just me asking. I can hear you. Can I be like, do that thing? But no, but for real, will you like sing for us? I cannot pay you. I barely get paid for you to sit in the seat or your parking. But would you be willing to give your fans a show? Maybe we can work something out after this show. You kind of lost me after you said you can't pay me again. All right, we'll take that maybe. All right, we'll take that maybe. Will you take that maybe, sir, in the cream? Look at this guy. First of all, he's rocking a black unicorn entertainment shirt. Yes, which is definitely Sanpriest's logo, his brand. I think he even has them tatted on his thighs. Which, bringing up promotion to different organizations and things like that, yes. I want to take a little moment to flashback to some of the moments where your guests shouted out a different organization. Let's go. Boom. Which organization have you guys decided to shine some love and share some love to, and why?
We usually do Tom Joyner Foundation.
Okay.
And he helps kids get into college, students get into college with scholarships and stuff. We've been doing that for HBCUs.
Okay, I was about to say what college students and what color.
Okay, so I chose a nonprofit called Rally Up Winston-Salem. Okay. I don't even live in Winston-Salem. I did mm-hmm. at one point, but the person that's over it, his name is Corey McCann. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody as passionate as him when it comes down to community activism. Mm-hmm.
So I would like to shine a light on the Dementia Society of America. So a lot of people don't understand that sometimes dementia is onset, sometimes it can be offset. There's a lot of different things. My mother, she actually passed away from dementia.
Well, there is an organization here in New York that helps families who are in need, artists who are in need. They're called the actorsguild.org. That's ACTORSGUILD.org. They are amazing support group for performers and artists of all walks of life.
I actually just want to give a shout out to Backspins. It's a basic music academy that helps kids, learn how to DJ. It's kids out here that I'm talking about. They scratching, they mixing, they know how to use turntables. I'm talking about between the ages of like 8 and up. And
okay, first of all, I think it's so dope that you are promoting organizations on your show. You are such a unselfish person, in my opinion. But I'm no one, just Marktavious, Mark Patton. But with that being said, Sanpriest, how those moments were great. And I think that was so cool that you took time to acknowledge these organizations, because there are some organizations that were mentioned on that show that really could use the support of our people. Yes, we do want help from others, but it's important for our people to help our people. Well, yeah, I feel like these people need to have their voices heard. And sometimes these organizations, they are sliding under the radar because there's not enough support. There's not enough pushes. So if I can create a platform to just drop a different organization in someone's lap once a week, I will do so. Because it's not going to do anything to shout someone out. It's not going to do anything to me to just push an organization a little further. So that was my whole thing. That was selfless, yes. But, it was just something I felt should happen. You can literally take a serious situation and still bring light to it, bring joy. Everything heavy doesn't have to be delivered heavy. And you do that in a way where it's still positive, and you still push out this message that is great for the people to hear. And we're so thankful for that. Speaking of this light that you bring with heavy deliveries, you bring light energy with two things that should be heavy. Ha 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 ha! I did it. Ha ha! So, with that being said, I want to take some time to do a quick flashback of some of your greatest laughs. Let's go.
Snowfall happened too. We'll talk about your snowfall later.
I just almost closed my laptop.
And shut.
Ooh.
No, I got
And
you.
I wear extra. Oh no, I don't wear extra small no more. I've been eating. I'm a small. Shut up. I'm shy about my body.
I got you though. No, we'll get you one. So yeah,
okay. Let everything else develop under that umbrella because I'm a man just like you. Well, not a man, but I'm a man of many gifts and talents.
Yeah, you are.
I had to be clear, y'all.
You could. Oh God.
I get.
I'm always like, "Hey, beautiful," and I have to like, "Oh, I'm sorry," "Hey, sir, handsome."
What up, bruh?
Right, "Hey, what's going on?" But I mean, like,
who was that?
Beauty is just it's the biggest thing, and I just love art.
Much. You have 3 seconds to grab whatever is in front of you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know why, but this is my grandmother. This is my grandmother. Wait, let me choose something else.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Anything? I'm sorry. Can we do a recount?
That was so funny. Yeah, that was too funny, baby. Oh, you are hilarious. But you are so good. Like, you are a good spirit. You're a good, kind person. Thank you. You've been impactful to each and every bald head bitch out here, including that one right there, because I know you bald into that wig green, but you my friend, so I ain't gonna put your business out there. But you've been impacting everybody like a wig's been impacting her head. And I just want to take some time to, and before we get into the impactful stories, talk to me. Tell me some moments, or tell me a moment that was just really impactful to you in life in general. Definitely shout out to Angela Faith Patton. She was a woman who did something that a lot of people didn't do. They listened. She listened to understand. And she never judged people. She just took time to listen to what you were going through. And she just would love you through it, or love you and meet you where you are, but without demeaning herself. But she still listened to understand, which was the most important part of having her in my life, because that taught me a lot of great things. That woman taught me a lot of great stuff. But listening to understand was definitely something I learned from her. Listening, everybody. Listening. Are you listening? Sir in the brown hat, are you listening? Okay. Listening, everybody. When you take time to listen, to understand, you change lives. And you have been changing lives, and you've been doing such a good job. So, I'm going to tell you now, one of the most impactful stories that I witnessed as Marktavious was that episode with you and your dad. That was your very first release, and that's what got my attention. The fact that your father comes in with such love and support. He took time to tell not only you, but the world what it means to just have the Sanpriest experience, but he led by example, taking those people in when they needed it. They provided love. Your parents and your mom sound like she was such a wonderful person. But you know what? I'm going to do it a little dirty. We're going to go from the Lord to the outhouse, to the backyard again. So, with that being said, because I feel like I know your answer. What was your most unexpected response to a story or a question that was asked on your show? So one of the moments while podcasting, there was two, but I'm gonna talk about the first one. The first one was, and this caught me completely off guard. When Lovely told me that her guilty pleasure was masturbation, not in judgment, it was just the fact that she caught me off guard because I did not expect that from Lovely. But it was just so good because it was a shock, but it also was a moment of like, oh, no, I masturbate a lot too, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. It just caught me off guard that somebody was comfortable enough to actually admit to it and just say it. And I was like, oh well, shit, I'm not gonna just leave you hanging, girl. Let's talk about it. Oh, baby, when I tell you, Lovely threw everybody off. She just, when you watch the show, she is so sweet and so polite, and she's just so lovely, like her name. So when she hit me with the masturbation, I was like, whoa. Yes. Whoa, right. You and the girl, what you got on? All right. So, Sanpriest, I just want to cut you off for 1 second. We move with love and kindness here. This is a safe space. But you're right. Thank you for correcting me. Because I was not being safe to anyone, especially her in that green wig. Girl, I see your black hair underneath that. You're right. We move in a safe space for everybody. Everybody. So, with that being said, do you have another moment that was unexpected? The other one was when I had interviewed TJ. TJ asked a question in regards to transgender as well, like transgender women still having sex with men, or still having sex with women, or transgender men still having sex with men. And it was, that question caught me off guard, but it caught me off guard for a positive reason. Trans queens, we need to protect them. We need to protect all of them. But yeah, I thought those were two moments in the show where I really felt caught off guard. And they were great moments for me because I had to think quickly on my feet. Like you said, just a good man. So now we're going to get into the questions, because these are a few questions that were asked by the fans. All right. So who's first? This is from Paul in Albuquerque.
Hi, my name is Paul from Albuquerque. What kept you motivated to do each episode? The people would like to know, and I am the people.
So what kept me motivated? First of all, hey, one of them hays. What kept me motivated to do this show was honestly just me pushing myself to not quit on myself. I had got to, again, I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I watched so many people quit on me, and it was my fault because I allowed it. I attached myself to things that I would allow to quit, because if they quit, I didn't have to quit, but I didn't have to take responsibility for them quitting, which was honestly, not good. It wasn't healthy. So I put myself in a position where I couldn't quit on myself, because that means that I was the quitter in this situation. And I do my best not to quit. So that was my biggest thing, just depending on myself to win. So, thank you, Paul from Albuquerque. We love Paul from Albuquerque. Never been to Albuquerque. So, this question comes from yours truly. What's a piece of advice you got from a guest that you have taken and added to your life? There was a nugget that was dropped in my lap by John. Shout out to Shannon and John Robinson, which are, y'all know I love them. Check out that episode. It was great. But John said off camera, he said, and I think he actually said it on the episode too, but he said this to me before. I was going through so much. I lost so much. And I just was not happy with what was happening at my job. And he said, never let the grass grow around your feet. And he explained, he said, you cannot stay still to a point where the grass starts to grow around your feet, because that means that you have become complacent and you are no longer advancing and moving forward. If you are moving forward, no, grass doesn't have enough time to grow around your feet because you've already moved on. He said, move. Do not feel like you have to be tied down to a job or someone else's dream. You tie yourself down to your dream. You move with your own intention. And so that was definitely something I took away and I carry on to life from John. Thanks. Yeah. And also, another thing that was told to me by another guest, again, most of these gems were dropped into my lap either before or after, and we missed those moments. But another thing that was dropped in my lap was, another thing was, you can't stand where you don't fit in. You know, and that was dope to me. Like, that makes sense. You can't stand in something or be assertive in something if you don't even fit in to the thoughts of others. And that means that you have to surround yourself around people who really think of you, think highly of you, think the world of you, where you fit, where you matter. So that's what I took from it. So you can't stand where you don't fit in. A lot of people don't have legs to use, so they couldn't stand up anywhere. And that's a shame. But you know what? We love those people here in this space. The stage is not wheelchair friendly. I'm going to sue. But we love everyone in this space. We do. You hear the passion in my voice. When you're passionate, you whisper. I've learned that. That's how I became a great host. Speaking of whispering, ma'am in the green hair, I can hear you talking. You are loud.
It is, first of all.
And if you're not loud, that hair is loud. I don't know why we start beefing. We were so cool at first. I liked her, but I don't know why you start beefing at me. But this is a safe space. You are right. Everyone is safe. Say it with me, everybody. Everyone is safe. Everyone is safe. But everyone is safe. Now, this is the final question. So the final question comes from our guest out in the audience. This is Ernestine from Alabama. So first of all, thank you for the mic. First of all, my name is Ernestine. Yes, Ernestine. I am from Alabama. What part of Alabama, girl? Mobile. I'm from Mobile. How old are you? Sir, well, I am old enough to be your mama. I can tell you that. She is actually not even that old. Who named you Ernestine and you only 22? Oh, how'd you know I was 22? Like, I get it, but I don't, much respect. Don't fight. I don't fight here. I got security. You see these trees? Little securities in there. I push a button, they beat your ass. Now, like I was saying, who named you Ernestine? Stop. My grandma named me. By all means, great for her. What was her name? Her name was Mabel. Her name was Maybell. What was your granddad's name? My granddad's name was Ernest. Ernest Bill is what they called him. His name was Ernest. Ernest Bill Jenkins. Wow. My mom's name was Ernestine. Oh, your mom's name is Ernestine. So you're a junior? So I'm Ernestine Jr. I'm a junior. I've never met a female junior, but congratulations. Welcome to the safe space. Woo-wee. All right. Going into your question, girl. Look at us out here doing different stuff for the world. Anywho, so the question I wanted to ask you was, going into season 2, with like what are you most excited about? Tell us. We want to know. What's the one thing you're most excited about? I heard her. First of all, the one thing I am excited about for season 2, one, I feel like it's just going to elevate itself. I have some really dope guests that I have not gotten to share with you guys, but they are rolling over into season 2. And I will say I have 2 celebrities I was cool enough to get 2 celebrities. Can't tell you who they are, but you gotta check out season 2. I'll drop little nuggets. But those episodes were so fucking good. Not only were they good, but they were mind blowing because to me it made me feel like, damn, bitch, you really did it. Like you showed up to a point where you got 2 celebrities that pop their asses up on your podcast, and I know I annoyed the hell out of them. Sorry, you guys. But at the end of the day, it was just the fact that 2 Black queens were kind enough to take time to just show up on my show and let me love on them, and we love on each other, and we just ended up having conversations like we were just good girlfriends, and good guy friends, and I enjoyed that. So stay tuned for season 2 because it is getting bigger, it is getting better, and we have some really dope artists and talent that is coming your way, and I cannot wait. Also, with season 2 comes more music. That means that I know you guys have been seeing me perform my shit around, but I have those singles. They are coming out very soon. This year, I'll be releasing 2 more singles. And then 2024 is the goal. I am manifesting that I am going to, 1, release my album. 2, I'm going to win Artist of the Year, New Artist of the Year, New Album of the Year, whatever it is. I'll win them all. But I am manifesting that the right people are going to drop into my lap. So again, stay tuned for season 2 because season 2 is also the next chapter of my life. Thank you, everybody. You know what this means? The time has now come for me to give the season finale goodbye for the Adventures of Sanpriest. And before I end this, there's 2 things I want. 1, I want you to answer this question. What is it that you would like to tell these individual people out here? Give them your final words. What is it that you want to say to the people? So I'm going to keep it short and brief. What I'm going to say is, if you don't toot your own horn, get no music. Okay, great. Yes. Can I get a toot, toot? Toot, toot. I said, can I get a toot, toot? Sanpriest got to sing for us. Oh, no, absolutely not. You said you would. No. I thought about it, and then I realized that the more this interview went on, the more weirder. You're something special. And with that being said, your special makes me a little uncomfortable. So I'm not going to sing because I'm not doing anything else for free in this world. I have landed myself out there. I put my statement out there. But I will say, y'all do know my song is out and is streaming on every platform. She's Bad is really taking off. It is all live instruments. And it's only going to get better and better from here. So make sure y'all download that. Make sure y'all follow me. You're right. You did correct me. He is right. It is out on every streaming platform. Just type in the name Sanpriest. Again, that's SANPRIEST _ or just type in Sanpriest in general because, like he said, everything will just pop up. So he's not going to give us a song. He said he doesn't do anything else for free. Remember that. No more free performances. Everything else has been written in stone. This man has already proven his worth. Now it's time. Okay, thank you. Pay this nigga. Pay me and cross my leg. I got upset about that. Pay these artists what they deserve. And yes, you still got to validate your own part. Bitch, you got to pay for that because I can't right now. This is new. I'm doing a favor for you. Wow. I was the famous person here. I got you the job. Because who else is going to host your show? You. Anywho, okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. This was a great experience. It was cool. And we are so excited for season 2. It was all right. Let's give Sanpriest a goodbye to Toot. And you guys have a wonderful night. Y'all, so your little horns up. But bless y'all. I love y'all. Marktavious, this was a mess. Make sure you like, subscribe, and not just follow me, but shine some love over to their page as well. And if I could leave you with one thought, and you know what that is, if you don't toot your own horn, sometimes you won't have no music. And I love the horn. Toot, toot.
What?
Yeah.
I like that.
Take that.
Make your own music, man. Make your own music.
Yes.
Right.
Find them people that want to dance to your rhythm. Stop trying to dance to everybody else's.
Yes.
All right.
I love it.
Don't run, don't push, don't fight. You know you want to take time to love on me. You need that black boy joy. You want that black boy joy. Let me take control of the world. That black boy joy. You need that black boy joy. I'm the light. I can feel what you feel. Let me take control of the high. All you gotta do is let me love you one time. Hey, one time. Yeah.
Boom, you guys, guess what? I have released my first single, She's Bad. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Music. You can find it on any streaming platform. All you have to do is type in Sanpriest and I will pop up because I am the one and only Sanpriest. So please take time to listen to She's Bad. Tell me what you think and comment below.